Tank Davis said it's either Tevin Farmer immediately or he's moving up to 135. Stay tuned for that next. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Welcome to another edition of the Hot Stove. A lot of rumors heating up regarding Tank Davis, who tweeted yesterday and said it's either Tevin Farmer or the lightweight division as his next move. Tevin Farmer will almost definitely take apart Billy Dibbs. Farmer's not a puncher, and we think he may stop Dibbs late. The fights this weekend in Australia. Farmer and Tank have had considerable beef over the last few years. If Farmer is successful in capturing a belt, the belt that was stolen away from him when he was robbed blind in a fight for the vacant strap, the IBF strap, against Kenichi Ogawa back in December of last year, it would be a great unification fight between Tank and Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer is an excellent fighter, excellent defensive fighter, excellent skilled fighter, great hand speed, great movement, really, really solid fighter. We have been behind Gervonta Davis for years now. We think he's a special, unique talent. We don't know how much longer, how much higher he can go up in weight after 135. He's relatively short, right? And he's 5'5". He's only got a 67.5-inch reach. So, lightweight may be it. Maybe 140. He's still young. His body could still get bigger, and we just think he's outgrown 130. We'll get into all that, but 135 would be a great weight for Gervonta Tank Davis, both financially and for his legacy. Look, 135 is on the horizon. If he takes one more fight at 130 with Tevin Farmer, then it's up to 135. So his shelf life at 30 is basically coming to an end. Maybe one more fight, maybe no more fights. So what is ahead for Tank Davis at 135? Tank would still be solid for the division. No pun intended. He's 5'5". He's built like a tank. Possible names at lightweight, of course, Loma. And we're on the record picking Tank in this fight. And when we said this before the Cuellar fight, everyone laughed at us. I said that was ridiculous. I've been behind the idea that Tank would beat Loma at 130. I think he'd beat him at 135. I think he'd beat him at any weight they wanted to fight at. I just think Davis is a special fighter, and I think he'd make life ugly for Loma, and he would. I'm not sure if we'd stop him, but he would put a beating on Loma, and I don't think Lomachenko would like the way, because Davis can match him for speed. If you can match him for speed and you're a bigger hitter, Loma's chin might be a bit suspect. He may not like it when it gets rough and tumble, and that's why we would lean towards Tank. And leave your comments and thoughts below. Let us know how crazy you think I am for saying Davis would beat Loma. Again, we've been on the record on this many, many times. This is a fight that Floyd Mayweather and Top Rank have confirmed that they've discussed. This is the fight that we'd want to see, right? Whether it's doable, it could be made, we don't know. But that's the fight we want to see, and we would pick Davis to win. We think Davis, the combination of power, speed, and strength would be too much for Loma. And we think Loma's a great fighter. I think Loma's an excellent fighter. But I really think Tank is going to be one of the all-time great lightweights and junior lightweights. So there's that fight, which would be number one on our list. Mikey Garcia, this would be the tough one. We would love to see this fight too. And we said this in our last episode of Tuesday Night Fights when we were talking about Mikey going up to 47 to fight Errol Spence. That's a terrible move. We were saying that there's good fights at 35, even if you can't get Loma. There's Tank Davis. Tank Davis and Mikey Garcia would be a fun fight. It'd be easy to make. Both Al Heyman fighters on the Showtime side. That fight could be made. I know Mikey has his eye on on going to 47 and picking up a strap there and being a 5-division weight champion and all that. But he's not beating Errol Spence. He'd get beat down by Spence. Now, a Tank Davis fight? Right now, I don't know. I want to see Tank Davis one more time. I think Mikey's just about a perfect fighter, and I'm leaning towards Mikey Garcia to beat Tank Davis. But that would be something. That would be an epic fight, and it's makeable. Then there's also Linares, great fighter. Tank Davis and Linares would do big numbers. It'd be a lot of fun to watch. Don't know if that could get made because of promotional issues, or he could go to the UK. He has his best win of his career, in our opinion, over Liam Walsh in the UK. Drew really big numbers. And there are 3 legitimate guys he could fight at 35. Luke Campbell, I think he'd take Campbell apart. He's just too much of an athlete for Luke Campbell. Ricky Burns. Burns is a draw. That fight would draw well. I think Tank Davis would take him apart. The interesting one, though, and I know my UK fans are going to know what I'm talking about. A lot of the domestic guys here may not, but Lewis Ritson. Really good lightweight, fundamentally sound, good puncher, good hand speed, does everything really well. Really good prospect. That would be a hot fight. If you know who Lewis Ritson is, let us know what you think. Is that a fight you guys? That wouldn't be for a title right away, but it'd be a real fun fight to get Tank Davis and Lewis Ritson at 35 in the UK. Let us know what you think. If you're familiar with Ritson, is that a fight that you guys are interested in? Do you think Tank would just blow him out? Or do you think Ritson could make a fight of this, could make a go of this? If you don't know who Lewis Ritson is, go look him up on YouTube. He's fought a bunch of times in the last 12 months. He's really come into his own. Really, really complete fighter. Let us know what you think of that. And then another fight that we've talked about. And this one would be real interesting, and this would be weird to make this fight because they train together and they're buddies and then this and that. But they've also had words for each other too, and that's Adrian Broner. They train together. They have a lot going on together. Now, we talked about Broner weighed 138 when he fought Mikey Garcia. Could he make 135? If he could, Tank Davis versus AB would be a hot fight. The build-up would be great. The trash talking would be great. This would be a great fight. Now, AB's not as good as Loma. Obviously, Mikey destroyed AB, but Broner and Tank would be a fun fight. 2 athletically gifted fighters, great hand speed, great punching power. I don't know if Broner can get down to 135, but if he could, I don't know if that's realistic. He got down to 138 when he fought Mikey. He weighed in at 138. If he can get down to 135, that's only 3 extra pounds. We talk about hiring Mackie Selstone, the famous nutritionist. If you can get him down those 3 extra pounds, we think AB could be an excellent lightweight. He had a great run when he was there. His best win of his career over DeMarco, who he destroyed, came at 135. So, if Broner is going to be a great fighter, it's not going to be at 47 for sure. It's probably not going to be at 40. I wouldn't pick him to beat Hooker. I wouldn't pick Broner to beat Prograis. I wouldn't pick him to beat Turbo Flanagan. There's a lot of guys. I wouldn't pick him to beat Ramirez. There's a lot of guys at 40 I wouldn't pick him to beat. At 35, now that would be interesting. Do you think that's a realistic fight? Do you think at this point in his career, AB could get down to 35? And before you call me ridiculous, remember, he weighed in just 3 pounds heavier than that. And he's told Paulie Malignaggi in the pre-fight interview that he made that weight easily. I don't know if it's telling the truth, but that's what he said. So if he made 138 easily, could he make 35? Is that a fight you'd want to see? I think it is, right? Everyone would want to see that fight. Even if they say they don't, when that fight rolled around, everyone would be into it. We have always been huge fans of Gervonta Tank Davis. We've always thought that he was, no pun intended, the one. Even when the public opinion on him dropped out after the Fonseca fight, which was on the Mayweather-McGregor undercard, it was supposed to be a showcase fight for him, and we said at the time, hey, this Fonseca kid, he may be better than you think. He may be a real fighter at 130, and he's won a couple fights since then, so we're interested in what you think of that fight not being as bad because Fonseca is better than we all thought he was. But no, he didn't look great in that fight. But the public opinion really dropped on Gervonta Tank Davis after that fight. He missed weight. And look, Mikey Garcia's missed weight too. When did the public opinion drop out on Mikey? It didn't. So why was it such a hypocritical thing when Davis made weight? Davis was 22, 23 at the time. His body's still getting bigger. He's still growing. If you look at him, he doesn't look like a junior lightweight. He looks big. You know, he's not tall, but he's stocky and strong. And the public opinion fell out on Tank Davis when he was 3-0 with 3 knockouts against 3 undefeated fighters in 2017. That's fighter of the year type credentials. And people's opinion of him dropped. They said he was the next Broner because he missed weight. Lots of guys missed weight. They said he was the next Broner because he was getting in some trouble. Look, I'm not saying Tank Davis is a saint. I'm saying he was a 22-year-old kid who did some dumb things. Yeah, I did a lot of dumb things when I was 22. I didn't have millions of dollars like Tank Davis did. If I did, I'd probably be dead right now because I was a bit of a wild child too. But people grow up and they grow out of those things. I'm not saying everything Tank Davis did was right. I'm saying he didn't do anything absolutely horrible. You know, he didn't do anything ridiculous, right? You didn't see him he wasn't in a rented SUV that got shot up and was bullet ridden like AB did, right? So, look, did he mess up a little bit? Yeah, but it was nothing crazy. So all this talk was that Tank Davis is a hype job. Tank Davis is imploding. He's ruining his career. He can't stay out of trouble. All that is kind of ridiculous, right? I mean, he didn't really do anything that atrocious. I don't think he did anything that abnormally different than most 22-year-olds would do without the millions of dollars. So, again, the idea that Tank Davis is imploding and he's throwing his career away, which was the idea people were having after the Fonseca fight on the May-Mac undercard, there's really no validity to that. There's no reason to think that. And we're not just saying that because we're Tank Davis fans. We're saying that because he really didn't do anything that crazy. He's 20-0 with 19 knockouts. That's what AJ's record was, right? I mean, more or less. And everyone loves AJ. Well, Tank Davis, comparable, pound for pound, has done that against better competition. You know, so, look, Tank Davis isn't on our pound for pound list. If he wins a strap at 35, he very well could be. But, you know, if he beats one of those names, if he beats Loma or Mikey, obviously he's at the top of our list, you know, near the top. But if he beats a guy like Linares or Beltran or Campbell, and he picks up a strap on the way, yeah, he could find himself on pound for pound list. So let us know what you think. Would you rather see Tank fight Tevin Farmer first if Tevin Farmer wins? Would you like to see him go straight to 135? And how do you think he would do against Loma, Mikey, Linares, Luke Campbell? And do you think an Adrian Broner fight is at all realistic at 35? Let us know what you think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. For the hot stove, this is 3D Boxing signing off. Thank you, and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.